Hey, Steve Zook, welcome back to Pokes Channel and the Guitar Ladder System. Hey, I want to talk a little bit about chordal harmony today, and like I said, the whole idea behind the Guitar Ladder System is that improvisational skills are the fertile soil of tremendous growth and waking up your musical ear and developing new neural pathways and learning to wake up your subconscious mind and your musical mind and creating new neural pathways. I apologize for the gardener guy. I just feel like doing this video right now, so I'm just going to do it, as opposed to wait till I don't hear the gardener. Anyway, the thing is, the situation, this is the hardest thing I've ever had to explain, because art and learning guitar, learning music is different than learning how to rebuild a car engine, you know. The thing is that most methods tend to be really monochromatic, you know, one color, one dimension, one approach, like, well, this is boom for the 12-tone row, or this is for diatonic harmony, or this is for symmetry or intervallic or whatever. But great music uses a combination of improvisational methods, and you have to learn about those. But that's what's so great about the Guitar Ladder System. You get around a couple hundred studies. I don't send it all at once. You can order it at stevesguitars.com. $1.99. It's thousands of dollars of information. But my guitar studies, mostly chordal, because that's where the tremendous growth, even Joe Pass said that when I took from him. My Guitar Ladder studies, the studies combine the different systems of improvisation in a very musical way. So you're presented with this information in a way that's not in a box, and that's huge, because when you learn more of a left brain approach, just left brain, a combination is good. I've talked about that recently. But it's really important that the systems in the Guitar Ladder, the studies in the Guitar Ladder System, combine these different improvisational techniques, so you get a feel for how to combine them and what it sounds like, and you don't put yourself in a box. You know, it's really easy to put yourself into a musical box, and you're going to have a lot of trouble getting out of that box, and you're not going to be creating and having the growth. I was watching, I'm really into Jaco Pastorius, I was watching something with him the other night. He said when he was learning bass, he actually did a lot of cello studies and violin studies. He had the right idea: expose your musical ear to very melodic things, you know. But anyway, that's why, I did a video recently kind of discussing the 10 different systems of improvisation, and those can be useful when you're sitting down, which you should be doing every day, and just improvising. If you get stuck, you can think a perfect fourth from the chord you're on. You can think, a minor third away from the chord that you're on. Now that might sound too simple, but it's really valid. And you can think in a diatonic fashion as well. But if you look at most great standards, they don't stick to a strict diatonic. Now you can say, oh, that's a key change. It's not the definition that's important. It's the idea. Let me say that again. A huge point again. It's not the definition that's important, it's the idea. But anyway, 4 chords are chords built in perfect fourths. Like if I take this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. So, and it's just good to work these, you can work them chromatically just to get that sound into your head, You can come up a whole step, like come up a minor third, then down a half step, minor third, down a half step, minor third, half step, minor third, You can do the same thing with this form. Now with this is minor third, down a half step, minor third, down a half step, minor third away. Minor third is 1.5, just like, that distance. So minor third, half step down, minor third, half step down, minor third, half step down. Now, if you add the note on the top, it's just adding 1, 2, a major third on the top. But a lot of people do the chord like this, and it's very close to a minor 7 chord. Every chord has a ton of different names, folks, depending on what the reference point is. The idea is not to get hung up in the definition, but get more into experiencing the sound and the color and the tone and of what you're playing. So you can do it like this, like McLaughlin. He had that one song, it starts like this. But same thing here, minor third up, half step down, minor third up, half step down, minor third up. Minor third, down a half step. You can combine these. And as simple simple as that is, it's really, really good to do. My suggestion is mess around with the four chords a little bit. I know you probably have a little trouble seeing that. Don't let the simplicity of this take the validity away from it. Up a minor third, down a half step. Up a minor third, down a half step. Minor third, down a half step. Up on. You can do it there. Okay, and then so you want to get to know those the color of those four chords. Maybe use some common tones. Maybe take this form and then repeat that common tone note with the other form. Again, don't let the simplicity of this, because it's really good for your ear to get those sounds in your head. Now, once you kind of mess around, then you want to start, you know, mixing them up with other chords. But I would really suggest you spend quite a bit of time, though, just exploring the four chords. Like I said, make up little exercises. Minor third up, half step, down, minor third up. Maybe switch forms. Minor third up, half step down, minor third up. Just make up little exercises like that. You know, here I'm going from an E to a D. It's got a nice sound, right? It could be a nice beginning for a song. Hard for me not to want to go to another chord. A little shading. See here? Sorry about that. I'm just going to keep going. So the four chords are great, great color. Again, you can use the common tone. You can go from a four chord and then shade a little bit. Keep that common tone. I'm going to talk a little louder because I think he's right out front of here. I just don't want to stop this video. I feel like I've got a good flow going here. So yeah, the four chords built out of perfect fourths. If you do it like this, you're adding a major third on the top. But see, like simple exercises like from here, from this E4 chord to the D, that's got a... So there. Got a color to it. Again, like what Joe Pass said, it's the idea. I studied with Joe Pass for a while when I was young. It's the this is all my own stuff. It's the idea is what's important, not the definition. And a lot of people don't become as great of a musician and guitar player as they could be because they get hung up in a box and definitions. If you're always defining everything, you're going to limit your growth. Again, it's good to learn about these different systems of improvisation, whether it's, 1, 6, 2, 5, or whatever, I'm adding some substitutions, playing at intervals, you do perfect fourths, Like I said, the common tone improvisation, whatever, using a common tone. But the most important thing is there's a few different things you need to do when you practice. One, work on technique. I like to spend at least 2 hours a day working on single note technique. Another one is improvise every day without thinking a bunch. And then 3, improvise with thinking, so that you remind yourself of things you can do, like chromatic improvisation, you know, how different chord families fit together. You know, try to sit down and improvise for a few minutes every day. If you get stuck, think one of those 10 different systems of improvisation, which I did a video on recently. But today's idea was 4 chords. Okay, maybe move them up a whole step, then a half step, then a whole step, then a half step, whole step, half. Okay, like I said, move up a minor third, which is that distance there. We all know that, right? Then a half step, minor third. This approach, I love the sound of that. You know, that kind of approach. That's got a nice, see, it's got a nice, maybe add, now I'm doing some shading. That's a nice sound, you know, and it wants to shade. But you might just want to, so, and then to the, here's my A. I may not be right at concert pitch, but so that's a nice modern sound. Up a minor third, down a half step, minor third, down a half step, minor third. Explore the 4 chords because they really have I want to shade here. Joe Passy sound like. So anyway, 4, you can also do the 4 chords on the top string. So anyway, so up a minor third, down a half step, minor third, down a half step, minor third. And just, you know, experiment. Try doing all whole steps. Just to get that sound in your head. You know, I love this one, this one. Nice modern sound, doesn't it? If you go like this, and then you're into a minor 7 flat 5. But see, it's you can do this like this, and then use that common tone for the next start. Common tone, same, right? I love that. That's a nice sound. So it's all about exploring your instrument. Like I said, so I see 3 different levels of practice every day. I spend a couple hours a day on single notes. I spend time every day improvising, and then I spend, without thinking a whole bunch, just playing. And then I spend another session improvising where if I get stuck, I stop and maybe think, you know, chromatic, common tone, intervallic symmetry, 4 chords, common tone, you know, whatever it might, you know, inversions, whatever it might be. But you want to make sure and improvise every day where you're not thinking a lot. So there's 3 different levels there. But anyway, so today's idea was 4 chords. Don't they sound great? And yeah, this guitar sounds, this is a really rare Washburn. It's an Oscar Schmidt, which is made by Washburn. This one's really rare. It doesn't have a seam. It doesn't have a center seam in the back or the front. It really, I mean, I used to have 5 Gibson L5s. Arch tops is my field of expertise. I really know them well. This guitar sounds like a really, really good Washburn J6, but to my ear, it sounds better. I think they used thicker layers of wood. It could even be a solid top. It's probably not. But it could be, but it's got the weight of it, and then also, you know, it might just be much thicker layers of laminate wood, because sometimes there are much thicker layers of solid wood that are laminated together. But oftentimes with jazz guitars, they'll use really thin sheets of wood. You know, so when you use thicker layers of wood, thicker layers of real wood, it gives the guitar more of a solid top sound. But this is an incredible instrument. I'm trying to decide whether I can let it go or not. Alright, so that was 4 chords for today. Please subscribe to my channel. I need to get more subscribers to help me make a little money on my channel. I guess I haven't been reminding people enough of that, but please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. And if you want to really make a quantum leap on the guitar, just don't overthink it. Invest in $199. I don't send it all at once, but you're going to get a couple hundred studies with video and chart. And I'll throw in some bonus material if you put in code 77977 in the comment box, or just email it to me. But if you really want to wake up your musical mind and discover your unique musical point of view, even if it's just for a hobby, you can take your guitar playing and composing a lot further than you ever imagined if you invest in the Guitar Ladder system. I spent over 35 years developing this. It really works. Just as a quick one here, just as something to just a little bit added flavor, 4 chord to 13 flat 9. Isn't that nice? Moving those ideas kind of down. I could there I'm doing a 4 chord and a 4 chord, so it's kind of a bichord 4 chord. See, that's real nice. That's 13 flat 9. Chord 13 flat 9 major 7 7 sharp 5 sharp 9 13 major 9 6 with a 7 on it, augmented riff, minor 9 7 sharp 5 resolved to bichord. But yeah, if you really want to take a quantum leap, don't overthink it. Just go to stevezookguitars.com, scroll down. You do not need to be a member of PayPal to order the Guitar Ladder system. It's going to change your life. I know it sounds so freaking corny, but it's true. You know, I've sold thousands of courses. It really works, folks. All right, take care. One more time. All right, let's all stay positive. We'll get through this virus thing. Just, I would suggest you don't go out to eat for a while. Don't party. You know, don't party. Try to live as clean as possible. Wash your hands 15, 20 times a day like I am. We'll get through it. Let's. I know it's challenging for all of us, but let's all stay positive and stay with the positive faith and positive thoughts, and don't let your mind focus on the bullshit. All right, folks, take care. Hope you enjoyed this video, and please hit subscribe. Thank you.